In the world of Naruto, there are a vast amount of ninjas, some with the ability to perform great feats due to their deadly skills and abilities they have acquired over the years by honing their craft. These ninja are greatly feared amongst the great nations. Then there are those with natural abilities either from their clan or family that elevate them above their peers. There are also some ninjas regarded as demons, cursed due to their unfortunate circumstance, granted a power they didn't ask for, commonly regarded as Jinchurikis. But there is one other ninja, one that does not have any of these prior specifications and stands out from the rest. One whose physical ability comes from hard work and constant training due to their inability to use chakra effectively. This is where Rock Lee stands. A ninja who, despite being given the shorthand, learned to overcome that through his training and constant hard work and mastering his taijutsu. Being looked down upon his whole life due to not being like his peers, he had to prove his worth in other ways, and because of this, Lee would do anything to prove his worth, and that means anyone, and I mean anyone, who wanted the hands could get them. In Naruto Part 1, Lee was always ready for a fight and will pull up on you if he thought he could beat you, no matter what the circumstances were. His two main goals being his Team 8 Nenji and Team 7 Sasuke's Uchiha were the main ones he seemed like he wanted to beat. And even though we didn't see Rock Lee vs Nenji, he actually did indeed pull up on Sasuke during Part 1. Now, he unexpectedly pulls up to Sasuke and he just simply asks him for a fight. Now, knowing Sasuke, of course, he's obliged to say yes, and unfortunately for him, that was the wrong answer because what unfolds next is pretty horrifying. And if you guys don't remember, let me sort of recap you on the fight just a little bit. So, the demon that Rock Lee is kicks this man so fast in the face that Sasuke is basically confused on whether or not Lee just used Genjutsu or Ninjutsu. Sort of a feat to just how fast Rock Lee is, right? Someone hits you so fast that you don't even know what hit you is pretty crazy. So this kind of prompted Sasuke to activate Sharingan, but right after that takes another foot to the face like it's clockwork. And the reason why Sasuke even activated Sharingan in the first place was to decipher his jutsu, but after Lee sort of explains that no, this is pure hands, Sasuke gets even more confused. And then Rock Lee proceeds to give a speech about how his Sharingan is trash against him, and then proceeds to explain that this is all hard work, and then busts out one of his new moves and almost pile drives his head into the hardwood floors with his hidden lotus just to prove the point that hard work beats natural talent, but he was stopped momentarily right before that happened by one of the turtles that I believe belongs to my guy. And all I'm saying is that for a friendly sparring match, this dude Lee almost tried to end Sasuke's life just for stepping out of line and challenging him. Now, there are more famous fights like Rock Lee vs Gaara, which I'm sure everyone is aware of. It's one of the most famous fights in all of Naruto, and me personally is one of the main fights that even got me into the show. So basically what happens in this fight is Lee is faced up against Gaara in the Chunin exams, and at the start of the fight, Lee practically gets whooped for about 5 minutes, and then he decides that it's time to get serious. This is when Lee drops his weights and begins to start willing on Gaara. Gaara is actually overwhelmed at first, but is able to put up some sort of resistance and fight back against Lee. But it wasn't until Rock Lee activated the 8 gates that Lee started bouncing Gaara around the stage like a damn basketball. Now, this is where it gets pretty gruesome because Lee proceeds to bruise and batter Gaara till his armor begins to crack, badly damaging him and leaving Gaara on the floor. He basically unleashed a whole bunch of punches to his abdomen and knocked him to the ground pretty damn hard. And due to the nature of the 8 gates, Lee is left injured and is now at Gaara's mercy. Basically, the 8 gates put too much strain on his body and is now leaving him in this vulnerable state. Very surprised that Gaara even survived this onslaught of attacks. Gaara is now pretty pissed and attempts to kill him right before my guy comes in at the last moment. Now, even though Lee lost, him damaging Gaara's armor and almost beating a Jinchuriki is an amazing feat in itself, further proving his point that hard work can get you anywhere, and he was almost able to beat one of the strongest characters in Part 1 of Naruto. But even though that is true, hard work gets you anywhere except screen time in Naruto Shippuden, but I guess we can't really help that though. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.
Say. So. Say. So.